November 21st, 2013. Guys, we're looking at Earth-facing images from LASCO C2. This is their combo. I like to use this one because it will give you a better idea of the amount of energy that the sun is releasing. Here, this morning at 2 p.m., excuse me, 2 a.m. in the morning, Universal Time, you saw that burst, and that is, again, ISON facing. It's also Inky facing. Now, back on the 19th, here at 10:48 UTC, you saw the X flare start in the direction of ISON. That's what it's going through now. We should have on tonight's video some updated images coming in from around the world. We'll check that. We'll see if we can tell if it's been any brightening, if there's been any damage, if there's been any separation. We're going to again, we should know in the next 10 hours or so, there should be shots coming in from around the world. And you can always check out spaceweather.com. But guys, this is the latest also Earth-facing images, different satellite. This is from the SDO. But right in the center and over to the right, there's a lot of activity going on. You can't see it. We got that large sunspot in the top right. In the center, we have a couple filaments. And I want to show you what's happened. You see this loop? That's the two sunspots that's been uh, reacting together. We had this flare this morning. After that, it was not just a flare, it was followed by a coronal mass ejection. Not as large as that X flare, but directly ISON facing again. It recognizes that it's there. It knows that Inky's there. It also knows that Inky is not coming towards it. It knows that ISON is. And looking at the X-ray flux from Boulder, guys, this is the GOES satellites that orbit the Earth. But you can see the M1 there was not as strong. It was not an X flare, but it was a strong flare. You could see it on the teal image from SDO. But this thing is definitely one to watch, because if it suddenly turns X flare capable or a strong M flare, it is large enough to shoot a massive blast at ISON. And guys, I've seen these comets as they approach cause a flare from both sides of the sun. You can draw a line through the sun depending on the angle of the comet, and they match perfectly. These bursts start happening, so we'll watch it. Here's your sunspot summary. Again, nothing is beta, delta, gamma at this time. Here's one of the later shots of ISON. We can't, it's so bright in the coma there, you cannot get a clear shot. It looks ragged to me. But and the tail does not seem to be as strong as it was before the disconnect that we saw on the night of the 17th through the 18th there. But guys, we're going to do a show today. It's from 11 till 2 p.m. Central Time on Paul Begley's show, and I'll put a link to it. You guys be safe.